from Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 4 through 6. When you vow a vow to Elohim, defer not to pay it, for he has no pleasure in fools. Pay that which you have vowed. Better is it that you should not vow than that you should vow and not pay. Suffer not your mouth to cause your flesh to sin. Neither say you before the angel, that is, was an error. Wherefore shall Elohim be angry at your voice and destroy the work of your hands. So, when you make a promise to the Most High and choose not to pay, you are a fool to the Most High and are a sinner. Your mouth can cause your flesh to sin for not keeping your vow. The Most High will be angry because of your sin and destroy your blessings. Most of all, the reason for being a sin is because it is a lie. You promised to do something but did not commit to it, thus lying to the Most High.
The book of Judges, chapter 11, verse 1. Now Jephthah the Gileadite was a mighty man of the Lord.
Now Jephthah, the what? Read that again.
Now Jephthah the Gileadite.
The Gileadite, what was he?
Was a mighty man of the Lord.
He was a mighty man of the Lord. And what?
And he was the son of an harlot. And Gilead begat Jephthah.
Hold tight. I gave it wrong cue. My fault. We're gonna start over, guys. We got a couple other. We're gonna start off at Judges 10. We're gonna start with Judges 10, 1 through 5. What we're gonna do, we're getting ready to cover the. We're back into Judges again. We're getting ready to cover. We're gonna cover 3 judges today, and our next 7 will be done with the judges, Most High's will. So we're gonna start off with the judge Tola. Judges 10, 1 through 5. Brother Red.
Judges 10, verse 1.
Read.
And after Abimelech, there arose to defend Israel Tola, the son of Pur, the son of Dodo, and men of Issachar.
And he was a man of Issachar. Remember that. And what?
And he dwelt in Shamir in Mount Ephraim.
And he dwelt in Shamir in the Mount of Ephraim. And we all know what is the Mount of Ephraim. Am I correct? Okay, my brother, read the second verse.
And he judged Israel 23 years, and died, and was buried in Shamir.
So this particular judge, this was a peacetime judge. This judge, he didn't use this judge in any mighty battles or anything like that. He judged during the peacetime of Israel's existence. And now we're going to read that third verse. We're going to read about Judge Jair.
And after him arose Jair, and Gileadite.
He was a Gileadite, and what?
And judged Israel 22 years.
And he judged 22 years. What?
And he had 30 sons that rode on 30 ass colts, as they had 30 cities, which are called Havoth Jair unto this day.
Oh wow, okay, read.
And which are in the land of Gilead.
And this is in the land of Gilead, and what?
And Jair died, and was buried in Cabon.
Okay, so once again, this was another judge of peacetime, but this particular judge, he had what? He had 13 sons, and they rode on asses with coats, and they ruled over 30 cities. But they, as I was saying, this was a peacetime judge in the land of Gilead. All right, brother, we're going to go into the judge Jephthah. I can't get that right. Yeah, Jephthah. Okay, and we're going to be starting that in Judges 11, 1 through 4. Judges 11, 1 through 4. And it reads, that's wise.
Now Jephthah the Gileadite was a mighty man of the Lord.
So Jephthah, once again, a Gileadite, Right? He was a mighty man of war. What?
And he was the son of the harlot.
Look at that. He was the son of a harlot.
And Gilead begat Jephthah.
And Gilead, right, begat Jephthah. So what? That means that Gilead, Jephthah was Gilead's son, but it was by a harlot. And what?
And Gilead's wife bare him sons.
But Gilead also had a wife. And his wife bare him sons. And what?
And his wife's sons grew up.
Once they grew up, those boys grew up. You know how boys can be when they grew up, what?
And they thrust out Jephthah.
They all got together. You know, when it's more than one person, you get a lot of, you get pretty good strength there. When there's more than one, you got about 3 or 4 guys against one. The 3 or 4 should win. But anyway, they thrust him out. And what?
And said unto him,
what they say?
Thou shalt not inherit our father's house.
You see that? Even though he was the first son. Right? Jephthah was the first son. He was just the son of a what? Of a harlot. So when the sons of his, when Gilead's wife was made and they grew up, they treated the older son as an outcast and said, hey, look, you know, because they look at their mama and their daddy, they're not looking at daddy. They're saying, look, you can't get the inheritance of our father. We are more entitled. He's married to my mother. You got to go. Right? And read.
For thou art a son of a strange woman.
Read.
Then Jephthah fled from his brethren.
He said, all right, I roll out. What?
And dwelt in the land of Tob.
And he dwelt in the land of Tob.
And there were gathered vain men to Jephthah.
You see that? For some reason, he attracted vain men unto him. And what?
And went out with him.
So he rolled with these guys. That's what the people that he hung out with. He hung out with some vain men. Right? So based on what we read in Judges 11, 1 through 3, Jephthah was born out of wedlock. His father's sons through wedlock denied him, his sons through wedlock denied him any of the inheritance of their father. And he fled the land. He fled into the land of vain men. Brother Chauncey, can you read that 4th verse?
And it came to pass.
And it came to pass.
In process of time.
In the process of time.
That the children of Ammon made war against Israel.
So now, they about to turn a little bit. You know, when everything's peaceful, you know, a lot of people do what they want to do, but at this time, it says that when the time passed, that the children of Ammon made war against Israel. They was talking about war. They want to come down and deal with Israel. And that 5th verse says what?
And it was so.
And it was so.
That when the children of Ammon made war against Israel, the elders of Gilead went to fetch Jephthah out of the land of Tob.
So we saying that the elders now, see, so it don't matter about what all his brothers thought. You see that? Because we know how the Most High operates. He operates through his elders. He operates through his judges. You know, it's a spiritual thing with him. But the brothers really, you know, why they didn't choose one of them? Why they had to go get Jephthah? They was the original, you know, yada, yada, yada. But why did they have to go get Jephthah? But the elders got together and they went to go what? Read that again. In the 8th verse.
Okay. Let me see. The 5th verse.
Okay.
And it was so that when the children of Ammon made war against Israel, the elders of Gilead went to fetch Jephthah out of the land of Tob.
And read.
And they said unto Jephthah, come and be our captain.
Come and be our captain. Now this is a guy been cast out. He been cast out from among Israel. Right? But they were going to him and say what? Come and be our captain. What?
That we may fight with the children of Ammon.
Yeah. And come and be our captain, because what we have here, we don't trust what we have in Gilead right now to lead us into battle. But we want you to come. We believe if you come and take us into battle, we might win something. Right? Where you at, my brother?
7. And Jephthah said unto the elders of Gilead, Did not ye hate me
Isn't that something?
and expel me out of my father's house?
Don't you hate me? Y'all got a great dislike for me. When I kicked out of my father's house, what?
And why are ye coming to me now when ye are in distress?
Isn't that something? That's really something, man. A lot of us have seen that happen in this hour.
Yeah.
You know? Give me that 8th verse.
And the elders of Gilead said unto Jephthah, Therefore, we turn again to thee now, that thou mayest go with us and fight against the children of Ammon, and be our head over the inhabitants of Gilead.
Hold right there. You see, we got to be careful when we burn bridges. Israel is really good. I'm saying Israel is good at burning bridges because we get personal feelings. And a lot of times we get those personal feelings and we burn bridges not looking toward the future. Brother Reggie, can you give me Proverbs 25 and 18? Proverbs 25, 19, and run down from 19 through 22.
Proverbs 25, verse 19.
Yeah, mind your comments, brother. All right, you ready?
Ready. Confidence in an unfaithful man in time of trouble is like a broken tooth.
You see that? What kind of confidence can you have in a broken tooth? Every time you eat on that thing, you lose the pain. It's a confidence in an unfaithful man. It said in time. A broken tooth in time gonna be some problems. It said in time of trouble is like what? A broken tooth.
And a foot out of joint.
And a foot out of joint. Brother Trump, I'm gonna put you out there.
It's painful.
He didn't break that toe. But he sure spit that toe.
Yeah.
It went out of joint. But he says painful.
Yeah.
We got a brother not in here today because he broke his toe. He said it was so painful they threw up there all night long. He said just going boom, 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 boom. He said he ain't worked since.
That day feel like he got his own heart in it.
It's a pulse.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did we get a chance to? That they did. I missed this. I give it to you. Okay. Give me that 20th verse.
As he that taketh away a garment in cold weather,
It says, as he that taketh away a garment in cold weather.
and as vinegar upon nitre,
Read.
so is he that sigheth songs to an heavy heart.
Read.
If thine enemy be hungry,
If thy enemy be hungry.
give him bread to eat.
See, Jephthah knew these guys needed him. At time past, they was family, but they still became enemy because they pushed him out. But then they had to come back and ask for him back. But he said, I'm not holding no grudges. But it's gonna be worth it when I do it. But anyway, go ahead and read.
And if he be thirsty, give him water to drink.
Read.
For thou shalt heap coals of fire upon his head,
And what?
and the Elohim shall reward thee.
So it goes back. Yes, ma'am.
Joseph.
Yes. It goes back to the same thing as Joseph. Y'all remember Joseph? Joseph's brothers, once again, threw him into the well, dragged him out, and sold him off. But they had to go back to Joseph in time of famine. They went to go meet the Egyptians, but they looked up and it was Joseph that they walked right and couldn't even identify them by their own brother. And that's up. And he made way. I'm sure there was some kind of hardness in his heart to a point, you know what I mean? But there was also gladness in his heart when he got to see his brothers again. And then to find out that, but his biggest curiosity was Benjamin and his father still living. That was the love of his heart. So through that and his actions, they benefited. And he was able to once again bring Israel to a family. Same difference. They cast his brother out. Now he got all involved with vain men and all them things going on, right? So then now they come back and ask for him back. So I'm just curious, why did the elders go to his brother? They were so, why didn't they go there, right? Because see, at that time they didn't need talkers. Israel got a lot of talkers. Israel got some talkers. They'll talk you right on to the kingdom. I somewhere near or around the neighborhood or outside the gate, somewhere they're gonna take you to. But they got a lot of talkers. But you remember the book of Gideon, the same thing has taken place here basically. At this time they need a man gonna laugh like a dog. They need somebody gonna go out there and get down low with it and do whatever they were deemed necessary to win that war. Yes, ma'am.
Israel today, a lot of us grew up in church, and some of us came up on the street.
Right.
Some in between, right?
Yes.
And so sometimes the people at the church look down at the ones that's on the street, and when they come there, the knowledge they are, they looking like, oh, you ain't having to get some wild Negro, you know what I mean?
Right.
But they may be the ones.
But vice versa.
Right.
But vice versa. You got some that learned it without going into the church or they probably knew of the church, probably been inside the church a few times now, but they never committed to the church. I'll say it that way. But when they learned they were Israel, they were more in a street form, I won't say street form, but it wasn't through the church, I'll put it that way. And they look at, when they find out what they found out, they look at the church as being like, hey, y'all got this thing wrong. Y'all been calling me heathen for years. But for real, who's the heathen? Because you got vain practices. You see, you're not even serving the right God. So that goes both ways. You see, oh, are we saying the same thing? Oh, okay. So yeah, that's something right there. But once again, anybody couldn't take the task of being that judge, or the judge that they needed to get them through. It's one thing to talk a good game, but the Most High know who his doers are. He know who's going to get down in the trenches and get it done. When time comes, remember, the elders came into them. They had to be directed from some form of, be on a spiritual thought of mind. I like to believe that they are inspired. Give me that name first, Brother Darren.
Judges 11, verse 9.
Uh-huh.
And Jephthah said unto the elders of Gilead,
Read.
If ye bring me home again to fight against the children of Ammon.
So now if you bring me back home again, just to fight against the children of Ammon, not because you love me, you didn't come and say, hey, come on back, we miss you. Come on back, we got, it's like what you call it, the prodigal son. I'm going to give you my fattest calf and a big ring. But if you bring me back because, for the sole reasoning of fighting the children of Ammon, what?
And the Most High delivered them before me.
And the Most High delivered them before me, what?
Shall I be your head?
He said what?
Shall I be your head?
He asked that question. Does that mean I'm going to be the head? Because evidently there's nobody that can do this. You have put me above all men of valor to go out to fight this war to what? Extend the the life or the inhabitants of the land that Israel at that point in Galilee possessed. He said, should I be the head and what?
And the elders of Gilead said unto Jephthah,
what did they say?
Yahweh will be witness between us.
He said, now look, the Most High be the witness. What? Between us, between you and me, he be the witness what?
If we do not so according to thy words.
So that means they agree to the terms, right? Is that what that means?
Yeah.
But once again, what just happened? The brother was just reading about vow and a vow, didn't he? They just vowed a vow between the elders and Jephthah. They told him, if you do this, then you're gonna be what? You're gonna be the leader, right? Give me that 11th verse, brother there.
Then Jephthah went with the elders of Gilead, and the people made him head and captain over them.
And what?
And Jephthah uttered all his words before the Most High in Mizpah.
Read.
And Jephthah sent messengers unto the king of the children of Ammon, saying, What hast thou to do with me, that thou art come against me to fight in my land?
So I'm going to tell you now, look at this thing real close what we're about to go through here. Because this happens even today. Even today this happens. Even today. But when Jephthah was accepted to be what? The captain over their army, or the leader of their army, how do you want to say it? When he became that, they said the captain over them. He didn't say army, he said the captain over them. When he became the captain over them, the first thing he did, the first order of business was what? What did he just do? He just made contact,
Sent a message.
Yeah, he made contact to find out why you guys are attempting to come up against us. So what was so hard about that? That some of the other brothers couldn't, put their name on the line. They didn't want them looking for them. Jephthah put his name on it. He said, "Come on. Why are you guys, coming up against us here?" And read that 13th verse.
And the king of the children of Ammon answered unto the messengers of Jephthah.
They answered him. What did they say?
Because Israel took away my land.
Let's keep that in mind. Read.
When they came up out of Egypt,
What?
from Arnon even unto Jabbok, and unto Jordan.
Read.
Now therefore restore those lands again peacefully.
Now what they're saying is that because Israel, they had a war with Israel, and they said that Israel took all their land and stuff, right? Based on what they were just saying. But Jephthah gonna send a message back to him. Brother Reggie, that 14th verse. He gonna bring a message back to them, right? And let's read it.
And Jephthah sent messengers again unto the king of the children of Ammon, and said unto him,
What did he say?
Thus saith Jephthah, Israel took not away the land of Moab.
Israel ain't took nothing from you. Israel ain't take nothing. Read.
Nor the land of the children of Ammon.
They ain't take that either. From you are Moab. We have to take from Moab, we ain't take from Ammon. What?
But when Israel came up from Egypt,
But when they did come out of Egypt,
and walked through the wilderness unto the Red Sea,
they walked through the wilderness and they went on up to the Red Sea. What?
and came to Kadesh,
They came into Kadesh. We all remember that, right? We've talked that many times here about them being in the land of Kadesh. Read.
then Israel sent messengers unto the king of Edom,
He said that they said what? They sent a message to the king of Edom. And what?
saying,
What did the message say?
Let me,
Uh-huh.
I pray thee, pass through thy land.
Only thing they wanted to do was just pass through the land of Edom. That's all they asked. Wasn't no war going on. They wasn't mad. They didn't tell them we about to break war here. He said, can we pass through? What?
But the king of Edom would not hearken thereto.
But the king of Edom said, nah, you can't come down through here. What?
And in like manner they sent unto the king of Moab.
They said the same thing to Moab. They Moab, look, can we come down through there? And what?
But he would not consent.
They just want to pass through. And what?
And Israel abode in Kadesh.
So they sit tight in Kadesh. So they asked to go through both lands. But he said they just refused to go through the pass. We didn't kick no war with you. We didn't do that. We just asked to pass through the land. Then the 18th verse says what, Brother Reggie?
Then they went along through the wilderness,
He said, so we just kept on going through the wilderness and what?
and compassed the land of Edom,
And we come past the land of Edom.
and the land of Moab,
We passed by the land of Moab and what?
and came by the east side of the land of Moab,
We went all the way past Moab. We went past Edom, and we just went to the east side of what? Moab and what?
and pitched on the other side of Arnon.
We just pitched on the other side of Arnon. We didn't take none of that stuff from you guys. We just pitched there. What?
But came not within the border of Moab.
Say what?
But came not within the border of Moab.
Say So we didn't even come to the border of Moab. Read.
For Anan was the border of Moab.
Where you at, brother?
19.
Read.
And Israel sent messengers unto Sihon, king of the Amorites.
Y'all remember Sihon, right? We talked about that before. Read.
The king of Heshbon.
Heshbon too. Read.
And Israel said unto him,
What?
Let us pass.
One more time. They said, let us pass through and what?
We pray thee.
We beg you. Let us go through. What?
Through thy land unto my place.
But y'all saying that we did some aggressive. You saying that we took something from you. We came out with a peaceful standpoint. We just asked you to pass through. Right? And read.
But Sihon trusted not Israel to pass through his coast.
But we wonder why they didn't trust him to pass through, but they didn't trust him to pass through. What?
But Sihon gathered all the people together and pitched in Jahaz and fought against Israel.
See, y'all started this. We just acting to pass through. We don't owe you nothing. We was on a peaceful point. Sihon is the one that got out of order. You might want to talk to Sihon because he got out of order. This was just, they was trying to avoid war. But the king Sihon of the Amorites, he didn't trust in them and raised war against him. And the 21st verse says what, Brother Reggie?
And the Elohim, Yahweh of Israel, delivered Sihon and all his people into the hand of Israel.
He delivered. Do you see that? Read.
And they smote them.
And what?
So Israel possessed all the land of the Amorites, the inhabitants of that country.
So now, he's telling them now, look, we didn't do this. He said, the Most High gave us this land. The Most High gave the land to Israel. And the inhabitants of all that country, he gave that to us. What is in the 22nd verse, Brother Johnson?
And they possessed all the coast of the Amorites.
He said they possessed it once that went down, because see, they messed around and Israel had to call on the Most High. Israel kept asking them to do this thing peaceful. But when they called on the Most High wasn't playing no game. He gave it all to them. He just gave it all to them. He said, but then it said, but the 22nd says, but when they what now?
And they possessed all the coast of the Amorites from Aran even into Jabbok, and from the wilderness even into Jordan.
And what?
So now the Elohim Yahweh of Israel have disposed the Amorites from before his people Israel. Shouldn't thou oppose it?
You see that? He said the Most High gave it to us. How you gonna, I know, how you gonna get it back from us? But see, everybody knew, back then, everybody knew the power of our Elohim. They knew the power of Yah. They knew that once he put things in order, he got it. When Israel went into battle, it was a winning battle. Every time he's with them, they're undefeated. Right? He said, they tell him, look, the Most High took the land from you and gave it to us. Gave it to Israel. And the 24th verse says what?
Wilt not thou possess that which Shemash, the God given thee to possess?
So look, your God wasn't good enough to take this land from our God, our Elohim, basically. He wasn't strong enough. I mean, your God was not a powerful God. He couldn't take it from there. So what you have is what he gave it to you. Why don't you be happy with what your God has given to you, because we're glad with what our God did for us, our Elohim. Yes, ma'am.
Chemosh was a god that they worshiped they sacrificed the children to.
Yes.
That God, and they laid him up there and buried him up.
Y'all remember that?
Yeah, that was the Moabites. No.
Yeah,
the Moabites.
That was Moab.
That was their chief god. Yeah.
The Moabite was in Moab. Right there. Right? We finished reading that.
So whomsoever the Elohim, so whomever Yahweh our Elohim shall drive out from before us, then will we possess.
Y'all ever been told? Look, I ain't took it from your God, and we gonna keep it.
That's what we gonna be.
That's what he told us. Now, why couldn't one of them other guys that cast him out go stand firm with them like that? Was it because they didn't have the faith? I don't know. Was it they didn't have the faith and the works? I don't know. But I know that they went and got a guy that was almost like that 300 men that Gideon had. One of those guys that really get into the crunches and gonna say, look, he's gonna say something, he's gonna stand firm footed right there with it. You see that? And he's still strong with these guys, as you can see. Because he told them. He had to have faith in the Most High too. Because he said, well, and he knew the story. He knew the history. He said, whatever our God gave, our Elohim gave this to us, and we gonna keep it. Now what? What you gonna do? Right? Yeah, give me that 25.
And now, art thou anything better than Balak, the son of Zippor?
Y'all know? Okay, read.
King of Moab?
Uh-huh.
Did he ever strive against Israel? Or die? Or did he ever fight against them?
Uh-huh. Read.
While Israel dwelt in Heshbon and her towns, and in Aroer and her towns, and in all the cities that belong by the coast of Aram, 300 years. Why therefore did he not recover them within that time?
He said 300 years has passed by since the Most High has given us this land. All these kings you guys have had to come through here. Nobody stood up and said they wanted this land back, but now you come back 300 years now and say you want it, right?
What woke you up?
Yeah. What's going on? Do you not know? Do you not know? Evidently, he know that this guy don't know the power of our Elohim. Do you see what I mean? He don't know the power of this God. But these other guys, the other kings that came down with, they heard the story. Yeah. Somewhere down the generation, he didn't get it. And he gonna really regret that, I believe. Where'd you stop at, bro? 28?
27.
You stopped 27? Give me 28.
28.
Brother Reggie, get ready for 29. And read.
Howbeit the king of the children of Ammon hearkened not unto the words of Jephthah, which he sent him.
See that? They want to know. He made it plain to him, didn't he? He made it really plain. Give me that 29th verse, Brother Reggie.
Then the spirit of the Elohim came upon Jephthah.
It's going to be some crap now. It's about to be a problem. Because number one, the Most High seen how Jephthah stood amongst Ammon. And he stood there, in the how would you say it? In the name of him. Because we didn't do nothing. The Most High did this. How you going to reverse what the Most High done? You see what I mean? Now the Most High done put a spirit on Jephthah. Y'all know he put the spirit on David? He put the spirit on Gideon. He put the spirit with Samson. He put the spirit. Everybody he put a spirit on if there's a problem for the other person opposite of those people. But he didn't put the spirit on Jephthah and what?
And he passed over Gilead.
And it said what? Jephthah went on down through. He passed over Gilead and what?
And Manasseh.
And Manasseh and what?
And over Mizpah.
Of Galilee.
Of Galilee. And from Mizpah of Galilee, he passed over unto the children of Ammon.
He went right on by. He didn't stop. He went straight to. He got to that spirit and he just went. He kept going until he got to his point. He got to Ammon and what?
And Jephthah vowed a vow unto the Elohim.
Here come that vow. What?
And said, if thou shalt without fault deliver the children of Ammon into my hands.
He said, if thou without fail deliver the children of Ammon into my hands, what?
Then it shall be.
Then it shall be.
That whatsoever come forth of the doors of my house to meet me. When I return into peace from the children of Ammon.
What?
Shall surely be the Elohim.
It shall belong unto him. What?
And I will offer it up for a burnt offering.
But wait a minute, right? Does that mean they had bulls, they had goats and stuff living in the house? I'm just guessing. They had animals living in the house. When they would pop out the door, maybe it was called the door, but animals just springs out. You know what I mean? Is that what happened? I mean, did they have animals living like that? Is that the only way they can keep their food?
I'm sure.
My cat that go in that corner, put him in here like a drag him on down the road. He be turning on that rotisserie.
I watched a documentary on TV one time in Africa, and they had like rooms for the animals.
Yes.
Yeah, rooms for cow. They had food in the cow.
Yeah, inside.
Yeah, chicken, everything living in the house.
And you know, it had to been an acquired smell because I just don't think. I don't think that's been a nice thing to do, right? Where we stop at?
32.
Give it to me.
So Jephthah passed over unto the children of Ammon to fight against them.
And what?
And Elohim delivered them into his hand.
And what?
And he smote them from Aurora, even till thou came to Minnith,
and
even 20 cities.
He went on down, you know, the most I really was on that fellow. And what?
And unto the plain of the vineyards. And very great slaughter. Thus the children of Ammon were subdued before the children of Israel.
I bet they felt a little funny, didn't it? Because they wanted to wage the war on Israel, right? Ain't no different today. There's no different in today. The Most High will handle those heathens, but he don't have a problem with it. You just gotta stay right there. You know? You can't be worried about a whole lot of stuff. Am I right? We were looking at a video between the brothers, right? About them talking about the EMP and how everybody better start getting their water ready and their food ready and stuff like that, right? Give me Ecclesiastes 2:26 right quick, brother there. Give me that real quick.
Ecclesiastes 2:26.
Yeah, read that, brother.
For the Most High giveth to a man that is good in his sight.
For the Most High giveth to a man that's good in his sight, what?
Wisdom.
He give him what?
Wisdom.
What else?
And knowledge.
And what?
And joy.
And joy. So when you in line with the Most High, you supposed to have wisdom, what? Knowledge, and joy. And read.
But to the sinners.
He
giveth travail.
Oh man. He giveth travail. And read.
To gather and to heap up, that he may give to him that is good before his house.
So even if we do get short of water, even if we do get short of food, don't worry about it. He's getting it ready for it, we get it from him. Go ahead, my sister.
Digging the secret cities underneath.
Yeah. They got
all this stuff.
But really they got $1 million, $2-3 million, what do you call those things? Bunkers, but I want to call it something, they're really nice.
Silos. They're in silos underground.
Yeah, but it's like a little loft or something. I mean, I'm talking like, if you want to say it in this day's term, you know, it's a really nice place down there. Yeah, like condos, right? They got them laid up for us down there. Man, the Most High will flush them heathens out in places. And show them where the food at. Look, get the truck.
If it's about water, they show they gonna burn it down.
I know, right? Because if you bring that water fast enough, the pumps can't pump it out fast enough.
You never know if you say right.
You can't drink it fast.
Right, y'all look at it too.
Huh?
So you never know if someone else come and get us. Like, no, come on.
Right, exactly. It could go the other way.
Yeah.
Because it could be a way that if they have it stored there, and they get the fear of the Most High in their heart, say, look, come on, let's go, man. I know where there's food at. I know where there's gas in there. Look, it's hot out here. They got air conditioning down there. Let's go. Right? So they can go either way. You see what I mean? But one thing about it, we know when they do these type of things, they lay that up for us. Did you finish reading? That's laid up for us. Yes, ma'am.
They said the butt for the wicked is laid up for the just.
Yes. So we got to understand that I'm going to say this to you. It's okay to have a rain barrel. It's okay to have a water store. it's okay to get you some canned food. Don't do it in fear. If you're doing it in fear, then you don't trust in the Most High. We can't let the heathen scare us into doing something. We do things because we're led by the Most High to do it. Not because Joseph was led by the Most High to store for 7 years. They didn't get Joseph and start beating him with a whip and tell him, pray to your God and get us 7 years of food. That didn't happen. They didn't beat it in him. You see me? It was willfully done by the inspiration of what? The Most High, which had that knowledge in it. He had happiness. And it was knowledge, happiness, and what?
Joy.
So he was living good. I'll read it again.
Wisdom, knowledge, and joy.
He was living good. He had the wisdom, he had the knowledge, and he had the joy. He was okay. Yes, ma'am.
That's what you talk about, like the peace that passes all understanding.
Yes.
It's gonna guide you. Like that's like you're not gonna trump about it because it's like, all right, God.
It is what it is.
You want me to do this, I'm gonna do it, but I ain't gonna like fear what you can do because I know who I serve.
And then they say, well, you better get your guns together and stuff so you can protect what you got, your water and stuff like that. Well, the Most High, we've been dealing with this thing for a long time, so we pretty much prepared. We're not worried about that here at the ark. They can come try to get us down if they want. But we're not worried about that over here. We ain't worried about taking nothing from over here. Not one thing. They get some good information. We give them Bibles with them. Give them something like that. If they can't rise with that, they still need to kick rocks.
A couple of lumps of sugar.
Well, long way. But we're not going to don't quote us on this. We're going to keep where you at, brother? Who's reading that? Brother Ray, where you stop at?
34.
You got to watch this, Brother Ray. We be off into something, man. We be gone, come back, and you give us an answer. Bring us back to speed. Okay, so we at 34, right? But if you go back, it says, in 33, it says, thus the children of Ammon was what? Subdued before the children of Israel. It was just the Most High's will. Give me that 34th verse. Judges 11 and 34. Don't worry about it. We're going to help you out. We're going to help each other. We're going to help each other, brother. Judges 11 and 34.
All right, Judges 11 and 34. All right, 11 and 34.
Yes, sir.
And Jephthah came to Mizpah unto his house. And behold, his daughter came out to meet him with timbrels.
With trembles,
and with dancing.
And she was dancing and well.
And she was his only child.
And she was the only child he had, what?
Beside her, he had neither son nor daughter.
Now what did Jephthah vow to the Most High?
First thing to come out of the door.
His daughter came out there pregnant and all this tap dancing and everything. She come out there all happy and everything. And he saw that he was, oh my God. Oh my Lord. Now I know when I used to, my daughters was younger, I would look at the house and the youngest two, man, they would just fly out the house. They would let me take them to go get some baby doll clothes and all that. They'd be the first ones to come on out the house. They just glad. But man, I tell you, I know right there that wasn't a good thing. It said, and Jephthah came in and said that his daughter came out to meet him with trembles and with dances. She was his only child. Besides her, he had neither son nor daughter. But let's go down through there a little bit because the Most High knows some things that we don't know. Let's go to Brother Johnson. Let's go to Leviticus 27 and 5. Leviticus 27 and 5. I'm sorry. Leviticus 27 and 1. 1 through 5.
Leviticus 27.
Uh-huh.
And Elohim spoke unto Moses said.
And Elohim spoken to Moshe saying,
Speak unto the children of Israel.
He about to give them some orders.
And say,
Every time he says speak to the children of Israel, he about to give them a directive. What?
Say unto them, when a man shall make a singular vow,
say when a man make a singular vow,
the person shall be for the Elohim by the estimation. By the estimation.
So he says, so now when he make this vow, that person shall be for thy Elohim by thy what? Estimation. By thy estimation. That means he left something there. He left a little clause in there somewhere, didn't he? Read.
And thy estimation shall be of the male from 20 years old even unto 60 years old.
See, we thought he had to kill the daughter. Then we keep reading.
Even the estimation shall be 50 shekels of silver.
He said, even if it has to be 50 shekels of silver.
After the shekel of the sanctuary.
After the shekel of the sanctuary. Why? Because you are the temple. And he dedicated his daughter's temple to who? We thought that the man dragged the daughter off screaming and hollering, trying to pull her hair out, give her, take her out the backyard and just stab her to death. Where you at, brother?
4.
And read.
And if it be a female.
But now here we go.
Then thy estimation shall be 30 shekels.
Got a little cheaper, I don't know why. No, I got high. Cheaper?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it says fair. I don't know why. Maybe you know what? Never did get that man to go fight. Okay. So it says then the estimation shall be 30 shekels. What?
And if it be from 5 years old, even unto 20 years old, then thy estimation shall be of the male 20 shekels, and for the female 10 shekels.
All right. Judges 11 and 35.
Judges 11, verse 35.
And
it came to pass, when he saw her, that he rent his clothes.
So he saw her, he rent his clothes. Regardless, right, that was his only child. He didn't have a son, he had a daughter. But he knew that he had vowed a vow to the Most High. So he knew that there was going to be a split there. Right? Have anybody ever had a child go off to college and you feel a certain way when they go? My wife feels a certain way every time my daughter go to there. My daughter go to work.
You want me there?
No, we don't want you.
No. I had tears of joy.
I daughter go to work, man. Before you get back home, Carol, watch me watch. She's back in a minute, Lord.
Hey, I used to expect the package. What you sending out here? Don't send them no family packet. Send them the small packet.
But I'm saying though, but look at here. He didn't say don't send no pack. You know, we still, we hate to see our children, leave sometimes. But in this case, it wasn't like they were going to college. They wasn't going to the park. They wasn't going, around the corner, right? Something permanent about to take place because of the vow he made it to the Most High. Because if you vow and don't keep it. But we get on down that road and say, and it came to pass in 35 that when he saw her, that he rent his clothes, and he said, at last, my daughter, read my brother,
thou hast brought me very low.
Thou hast brought me very low,
and thou art one of them that trouble me.
And thou art one of them that trouble me. What?
For I have opened my mouth unto the Most High.
And what?
And I cannot go back.
I can't take it back. Read.
And she said unto him,
My
father, if thou hast opened thy mouth unto the Most High, do to me according to that which has proceeded out of thy mouth.
What?
For as much as the Most High has taken vengeance for thee of thine enemies, even of the children of Ammon.
The daughter understood. The daughter understood. Nowadays, kids talk on. Yeah. You buck on you and say, look, we got to repent on this one, Dad. Yeah, you got to take that one back. Can you pray that back?
You think if you talk to him again,
You change it?
Let me
you
talk.
pray a little harder?
Let me talk to him.
Right. Let me talk to him. Let me throw myself out there on his mercy. Hold on.
right.
And where you at, my brother?
37.
And read.
And she said unto her father, let this thing be done for me. Let me alone 2 months.
Give me 2 months. Let me alone for 2 months and what?
That I may go up and down upon the mountains and bewail my virginity.
Is that beware?
Bewail my virginity. I and my fellow.
Where you at? You in 38?
37.
37. You saw me well, my virginity.
37.
37. I ain't see it. 37.
You admitted that, bro?
And what is it? And my virginity. I didn't see beware. I just saw it. She said, beware, make I move it out the way. Okay, she bewildered, huh? Hold on, let me put that word back in place. You don't want to take away nothing like that from the Most High word. You want to put it in there. So what do we think took place? And Boel what? Virginity, right? He said, and he said, I and my what? And my fellows and my friends, right? Okay, now read that 38th verse.
And
he said,
go.
Go ahead and go. Get it done. He probably said that line, but all right, baby, go ahead. But go ahead.
And he sent her away for 2 months.
And he sent her away for 2 months.
And she went with her companions.
She went with her friends.
And bewailed her virginity upon the mountains.
So now, that bewail thing goes people's mind into a few places. So we're going to read this definition of bewail. Yeah, I already got one, Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and it's talking about it being in a past tense, right? A past principle. And it says to express great regret, a disappointment, or bitterness over something. Synonyms is lament, cry, like mourn, bemoan, grieve over, sorrow over, cry over. Because why do you think that? See, they thought she was going to be killed, but she was dedicated to the Most High. Right? So and from what I'm seeing here, is that it would be a problem or an issue for her, is that maybe she couldn't have a how would you say a marriage. She couldn't marry nobody. So and then if she had laid with somebody and she wasn't married with them, then what? Then she would be fornicating. So she's saying that therefore she will always have virginity. Or that's what we at so far. Let's just see.
She didn't complete her purpose.
Right.
Their purpose was for them to be married and have children.
Right, exactly.
She would never have that purpose.
Exactly. There you go right there. Who just read it? Okay, where was you at?
39.
You was at 38, you're reading 39 now, brother. Give it to Brother Reggie. Brother Reggie, read 39.
And it came to pass at the end of 2 months
And it came to pass at the end of 2 months
that she returned unto her father, who did with her according to his vow,
he did with her according to his vow,
which he had vowed.
And what?
And she knew no man.
So you see that? Does that tell you what was that right there, right? Saying she knew no man. See, a lot of times people might read that and think she went off and did some strange things because she had been dedicated to the Most High, but like she just ran up and down the mountain, just spreading it all over. But she wasn't doing it. She was keeping it to herself. She She was being faithful. She was doing the right thing. Because it says she knew no man, and what?
And it was a custom in Israel.
And look at this. Because you got to look at this. The vow that her father made with our Elohim saved them in battle against Ammon and the Moabites. Normally when that happens, what normally they do? They normally go back into the vows of our Elohim. They talk about the vows that between him and us, right? And they rededicate themselves to him. So now, I'm saying customized, right? So now that means that made her a what? A special kind of people. Because that makes a special person. Because she would vow unto him, not unknowingly, because the Most High knew he was going to come out of here, but she would vow unto him in order for Israel to get back in order. So that 40 verse says what?
There was a custom in Israel that the daughters of Israel went yearly to lament the daughters of Jephthah, the Gileadite, 4 days in a year.
So 4 days in a year they would go up there and they would what? They would lament for her. But I don't know why he felt sorry. I mean, maybe it's good. I don't know. But I think it's better to be close. Make sure you got a little closer to the Most High, really. But I mean, that's just me and my thoughts. My thoughts ain't always right. But we just see here. So what is it? So if we read Judges 11 and 4 real quick, Brother Chauncey. I'm sorry, 11 and 31. Yes, sir.
11 and 31.
Uh-huh.
Then it should be that whatsoever cometh forth of the doors of my house to meet me, when I return in peace from the children of Ammon, shall surely be Elohim's, and I will offer it up for burnt offering.
But see, the thing is, it's saying that that she would be his, right? Ecclesiasticus, brother Aaron. Ecclesiasticus, give me Ecclesiasticus 5, 4 through 6.
Ecclesiastes. You said Ecclesiastes. That's Ecclesiastes.
Yeah, Ecclesiastes.
Ecclesiastes 5, verse 4. When thou vowest a vow unto Yahweh, defer not to pay it, for he hath no pleasure in fools. Pay that which is thou hast vowed.
Y'all think that wasn't a hard payment for him? Do you think he didn't want to opt out of it? He didn't want to do it. But he knew he had better pay that. And read that verse.
Better is it that thou shouldest not vow, than that thou shouldest vow and not pay.
Read.
Suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin.
Suffer not our mouth not to vow our flesh to sin, because if you say you're going to do something, that is what you should do. That's why we was talking here earlier. And so if he has said, if it's the Lord's will, then that's a different thing. You see what I mean? Because now you're not sinning. If it's the Lord's will, I'm going to go to Texas tomorrow. Hypothetically, right? But it's not his will. You see me tomorrow, but y'all look at this, it wasn't the Lord's will. The Lord's still over there. It wasn't his will. Right? Suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin what?
Neither say thou before the angel
What?
that it was an error.
Don't say, look, I just made a mistake. I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean to bow my daughter. That was just an error. Don't even say that. No, you meant that. You meant that. Because we didn't help you through this war. Now you just got the benefit of it.
The angels don't play.
And the angels go direct. Whatever he say do is done.
It's going to be done.
Yeah. Wherefore
should Yahweh be angry at thy voice,
and do what?
and destroy the work of thy hands.
So a lot of times you got people that looks around. A lot of times people make vows unto the Most High, and they don't keep that vow to the Most High. They wonder why they're not beneficial with the work of their hands. They're not keeping any vows. But I'm sure that brother Jephthah went into the elders and gave an offering in accordance to Leviticus 27, 1 through 5. And he dedicated his daughter unto the Most High. I want to say thank you for your time. Okay, go ahead, my sister.
Y'all think about, they said one reason that, when the people came over here, it was so easy for them to destroy the natives, is because the natives felt like they were vowed, their word was vowed.
Right,
So
exactly.
they made an agreement, you know.
Right.
And the white man shook his hand, like, okay,
Right.
this is agreement, but they're like, yeah, okay, yeah,
And look,
You shake your hand, but you can't go hold to what was just saying.
exactly. Them heathen, but they didn't know about bowing nobody. They weren't bowing to nobody, but they were only bowing to a man. They wasn't bowing unto the Most High. They didn't believe, right? And so, but the man said, but they said, well, we're gonna give you 50 shekels of corn. They came and they gave them 50 shekels of corn. They came, we're gonna give you blankets, but the blankets had some smallpox in it. Here, take the blanket, but you're gonna get sick. They ain't telling them that. Yes, ma'am, back in the corner. Deuteronomy 12 and 31. Deuteronomy 12 and 31. We got it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Deuteronomy chapter 12, verse 31.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt not do so unto the Elohim. Thou shalt not do so unto the Elohim for every abomination to Elohim which ye have they done unto their gods, for even their sons and their daughters they have burnt in the fire to their gods.
Right. Will you keep reading? Right, exactly. Right.
For you to burn your children in the fire, because that's what they did with Chemo.
Exactly.
So it's no way that he would have had the spirit upon this judge and at the same time allow him to kill his daughter.
Exactly.
He wasn't going to burn her
because that was
an abomination.
Right. That would make the Most High something that He's not. Right. Because He said, don't sacrifice your children. And He said that's what the heathens do. It's not going to be okay for a person that He has placed His spirit upon. It's not going to be rightful that He say, okay, you go ahead, you can just barbecue your daughter. He's not going to do that. So that let us know then that this brother Jephthah's daughter was not sacrificed, in fire to the Most High. It was a different type of sacrifice that went down. And there's some brothers that might teach it that way, but that's not it. You got to know the rest of the scriptures go with that in order to come to your conclusion. Yes, ma'am.
It's just like Abraham,
Yes.
Abraham take Isaac up, but it was just a test of his loyalty.
Exactly. Abraham went out, he set everything up. Laid out the abundant sticks and getting ready to set it in fire. And the Most High said, do not touch that child. Don't touch him. Because that's not of him. He don't do that. Once again, I want to say thank you for your time. We're going to try to start shorting our lessons a little bit. So thank you for your time. I appreciate each and every one of you.